In our last lecture, we have discussed about what is meant by pharmacognosy, what the subject deals with, what you are going to study in pharmacognosy subject, and simple meaning of that pharmacognosy is study the drug substance which is obtained from plant, mineral or animal origin, and gathering of the information. After that we have studied about the traditional system. So there are different traditional system of medicine: Chinese medicine system, Ayurvedic medicine system, and Siddha, Unani, homeopathy. All these are the traditional systems of medicine, and in olden days the traditional peoples, they are using this system of medicine to treat various diseases. Now we are discussing about Chinese system of medicine. Chinese system of medicine, it is a traditional system of medicine, very olden system, near about 2000 years span of that system. And according to the Chinese system of medicine, in earlier times or in olden days, there is belief that or thinking that the illness will come from evil spirit or anger of ancestors. Their ancestors become angry, and due to their anger the disease will occur, or due to some evil spirit the disease will occur. Now, after some time, the Chinese medicine began to take shape, and now they think that the body is composed of different organs, and each organ has different function. Body is composed of different organ having different function, and all the organs should function properly to ensure the health of the person. If there is any disease will occur, the function will break down, or will be alteration in the function will occur. So what we know, that first they believe that it is due to evil spirit or due to anger of ancestor. After that, the they think that the body is composed of different organ, and if there is alteration in the function of organ, then it will result into disease. And in Chinese system of medicine, there is description of human physiological and pathological process, and which is marked differently from the biomedicine. Now, this Chinese system of medicine is based upon the hypothesis, or based on two theories. That theory is known as yin theory or yang theory. And for example, the body is divided into two parts. The upper body is known as yang, whereas lower body is known as yin. And if there is harmony or synchronization between yin and yang, then the body then the body is in harmony or synchronization, and the patient is healthy. Whereas when the disease will occur, the harmony or synchronization between yin and yang get disturbed, and which will lead to a disease. And depending upon the symptoms, for example, if the shivering will occur, then there should be if the shivering will occur, then it may be due to excess of yin, whereas excess of yang causes fever. So by keeping in mind these symptoms, various herbal medicines are used for treatment, and that includes some of the example such as Ephedra seneca, Ephedrem palmatum, all these Panax, ginseng, all these are the drugs which are used for the therapy. Now next system of medicine is Ayurveda, and the basic principle of Ayurveda is, according to the Indian philosophy, the universe is composed of five basic elements, and they are known as Panchabhutas. Prithvi, that is earth, Jal is water, Teja is fire, Vayu air, and Aksha space. And everything in the universe, including food and the bodies, were derived from these bhutas. So, according to the philosophy of Ayurveda, universe is composed of these panchabhutas. Now the objective of Ayurveda, swasthasya swastha samarakshmam athurasya vikraprasamanam, means to maintain the health of healthy person, to cure the health issue of diseased person, and to live gracefully and harmoniously in balance of body, mind and spirit. Ayurvedic system focusing on curing of illness and as well as prevention and promotion of health in healthy individual. So the basic objective of Ayurveda is not only to cure the disease but to maintain the health of the healthy person. For example, various immunomodulators or Chavanprash is given to the healthy person in Ayurveda to maintain its immunity as well as to prevent that person from any disease as well as to maintain the health of that person, to to cure the health issue of diseased person. If the person is suffering from any disease, the health of that person should be maintained and the disease should be cured. So second objective is curing of disease. Third is to live gracefully and harmoniously, that individual can live gracefully as well as there should be a proper balance of body, mind and spirit. So mental and spiritual health is also maintained and there should be a balance of body. Ayurvedic system is focus on curing illness. It not only focus on curing illness but also prevention of disease and also promotion of health of an individual. Now the Ayurveda is made up of five fundamental principles. These five elements combine with each other to give rise to three basic functional biostatic energies in the body, and these are responsible for biological, physiological and psychological function of the body and mind. Main factor responsible for formation, existence and distribution. The balance and imbalance of these biostatic energies and health and disease respectively. So that three factors are known as three dosha. That factor is known as three dosha and they are exist in human body, that is Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Vata means space and air, Pitta means energy and liquid, whereas Kapha means liquid and solid. Vata, Pitta, Kapha together they are called as three dosha or three pillars of life. So the life is depend upon these three pillars. If they are in harmony, then the person will be in healthy condition. So it is believed that harmony with each other in human being, one of them is dominating, which in turn called as prakriti of that person. So these three dosha, that is Vata, Pitta and Kapha, out of which one factor is dominating in every human being and which is called as Prakriti of that person. Three dosha exist in human body in seven forms called Saptadhatu, that is Rasa means lymph, Rakta means blood, Meda means adipose tissue, Masa means flesh, Majja means nervine tissue, and Shukra means reproductive tissue, Asti means bones. These tissues are subjected to wear and tear, so the mala, that is excretory material, is formed from them, and when the three dosha and saptadhatu and mala are in balance with each other, then it is called a healthy person or healthy condition, whereas imbalance causes pathological condition. So this is about the Ayurveda.